Okay, my next thing, I'm gonna try and get... I'm gonna see if I can get enough, cryo is what I'm looking for. I don't want to spend more on him, though. You know what, I may as well, just to get my hunger up. Just to sort that out. And what do I want? I may as well work at the shipyard, I haven't done that yet. Please be kind. Please be good. Yay! Alright. I may as well keep spending it. Neutral outcome. I'm happy with that. Please keep being nice. It's being unbearably nice. There we go. Oh, okay. Ben will pay you for any Solheim data you dredge up from the Eye's old systems. What he does with it is anyone's guess. Oh, I have some! Awesome. Scoping the systems, Feng wants to get a look at what data is hiding deep in the subsystems of the Eye. And I got some cryo, fuck yeah. Right, okay. There's nothing else I can do, so I'm gonna rest. But first I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. I'm back. Just in time for a little nappy nap. Yeah, someone out there is tracking you. I know, I've met them. I think. Weird dog thing. Hey, got a guarantee that. Nice. Alright, I should help, yeah. Although if it... Oh! I know what to do. So I want the cryo. Look at me. This is gonna get me the fucking cryo. Hell yeah, boy. I probably should just focus on one at a time, though. Also, there's no negatives if I mess either of these two up, which is nice. Balls. Oh, that's what that is. Right, that adds to the Dragon's Nerve thing. Hang on. But when it adds to the arc clearance thing? I want this dice rolls to mess up because I'm curious now. No, alright. Well, is there anything else major for me to do? No. Oh yeah, I've got to get the data stuff. Don't have it for you. You? Oh, it's got little descriptions for them. A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. Its last access timestamp is 1,000 cycles ago. Oh, that's what. Oh. So items is normal and right. Also, the hunter has his own little meter tank, apparently. That's something I should worry about, and I do. Don't worry. I mean, this will finish this off, so it might get me something. I can't talk to him. I like that the symbol changes when something major happens. Also, is that floating ship like Emphasis Place? No, it's that bit, okay. Sleeper, Emphas calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you, cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours, he looks up at you, nothing stolen. You pause, the spice is rich in your nostrils, and you think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphas. You look at Emphas, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. I met a weird tentacle ghost dog thing that tried to kill me. Is there anything? All the sleepers, you tell Emphas, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those grey, skeletal afterimages of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares, they were reflections of reality, distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place, of a man making lovely chow mein. Now your dreams colonize your waking life, they slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. Like smoke through air. Enunciation. Put. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps your reason, it is just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. This body's fucked, dude. But whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphas finishes cooking, and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You're quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realise that he's trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. It's kind of hard to fake a weird tentacle dog thing. Emphas passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks. A natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying buckets. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I'll make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind a stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap, in the Greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Emphas begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap and I worry about leaving my things behind, he smiles. I am sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare for I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Agreed. Good, booms Emphas. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphas slides his wok away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Now come up with a new recipe. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk into the back into the main market. The rich taste of Ephesus food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think. A trade that seems more than fair. Can I please click this thing? No, alright. Unless the ships take me there. Which I kind of doubt. But I have to ask because there's nothing else to do. I mean, I'm gonna keep helping Dragos. Yeah, I kind of do want to find out the story behind it. Yeah, we'll just stick to this one. Awesome, awesome. Do we guarantee it? Eh. Hell yeah. Pardon me. Squeezed into the office at the entrance to the yard, you lay out everything you have on the winter light across the metal desk. Your makeshift forensic notes glow on Dragos' old writing slate, overlapping lines and scrawled annotations. A set of drone scans filled the small terminal with a spectrum of colours, a heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from, I almost misread that as peanut, from the officer's ship registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper so thin it's almost transparent. Look at the monitor. Reactor failure. That is the verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps of the remains of the Winter Light. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section, blotches of colour marking the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood-red rose radiating from the ship's fraction drive. A simple story. A catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure, likely brought on by wear or misuse. But you aren't looking at the rose of the reactor, you're looking at a smaller, paler mark, one that might be easy to miss at first glance. It is thumbprint-sized and delicately placed over the control servos for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hull and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You are looking at it because it disturbs you greatly. Anyway, look at the slate next. Your attempts at a reconstruction of the Winter Light before its fatal accident consists of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted cutter. This was no off-the-shelf model, it was heavily modified, parts replaced with inventive configurations, the new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. It also contained a set of hidden compartments. You missed them at first where the hull had been thickened, the corners rounded to disguise the change, but they are there. Look at the printout. A plain list shows the registration history of the Winter Light. The gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago on this very station, logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles, and often took on voyages that kept it away from the eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winter Light got little rest. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. A reactor failure preceded by a carefully concealed external entry. A suite of hidden compartments tucked away. This was the Winter Light, and this was its story. But that's not the full story, because there's something else. It is little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you were able to pull from the ship's systems. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winter Light had a separate system, one tucked away in one of its hidden compartments. Armoured. Airwalled. This list, the only recoverable piece from the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of the hidden compartments. Some of it you recognize, some of it you don't. Ship mind ROMs, shimmer, cryo chain codes, and then the final entry. Passenger, sleeper. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about what it was like arriving here. In the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had the sleeper been smarter, luckier? How had they convinced the Winter Light, a smuggler ship if you ever saw one, to extract them from SNR? Luckier, you laugh. There had been no remains found in any of the Winter Light's compartments. You checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. No, in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer to the light. This was all you find in their compartments. A parting gift from the SNR. Well, it won't go to waste now, you put it in your pocket. Yeah, new needle. And because I'm a robo thing, I won't catch hepatitis, I hope. The thought still bothers you, though. Two ships carrying sleepers coming into the same yard? Two, one after the other. That feels wrong. You flick back and forth between datasets on the terminal, thinking, and you see that thumbprint again, the mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the winter light with precision and speed, and when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Hi, Dragos. Suddenly the office door creaks open. Dragos stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. What is all this? He snatches the slate from the desk, but faster than you realized he could move. You running an investigation here? What am I paying you for? The drone on his shoulder starts running shrilly, his anger passing to it through his implants. Pragmatic and private officer. Now I know that because I can read the thing. I might as well just ask, I hope I can ask all of these. Let's just start with, where is the ship from? Leave this alone. He starts shaking his head. I know you have a lot of questions, but this is not the way. He turns away, muttering to himself, this is the last thing I need. This ship had a sleeper on it. Dragos freezes, suddenly angry. What did you say? He pushes past you to look at the terminal at the list. He shakes his head. So what? Aren't all of you trying to escape? You are lucky it was you that made it out alive, not them. He folds his arms indignantly. Drago seems to steady himself and then turns back to you. The heat map of the reactor failure reflected in his headset's glassy eyes. I've given you a place to stay, I've given you work, He stumbles over the words, sure what to say. There's plenty others who would have sold you on, turned you in, but not me, no. He quiets the drone. I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor. He straightens up and clears his throat. But this obsession you have with the ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you're after. He sighs. You can't work here anymore. What about the winter light? He reaches over and switches the monitor off. Forget about the damn ship. You have enough to keep you up. Dragos reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind of eerie calm falls on both of you. Whatever this was, it's done. You made it out, Sleeper. It means you have to move on. I'm sorry, someone killed that ship and its crew. And you want to meet them? He shakes his head. We're done here. In the dark, Drago's headset glints, and you wish for a moment that you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he could understand. You get it from the desk and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always. You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Well, thank you. Convenient for the game. Don't come back. His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. You walk out of the office and then enter the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing that this at least guarantees you a little more time. And as you walk, your mind once again drifts to that person who killed the Winter Light, and whether or not that person will come for you. It was worth another achievement. Okay, what do I want? You know, I think it would be just nice to have this. There we go. So I'm not completely out of the loop. Okay, I've got plenty of dice. Oh, the location's straight up not available anymore. Holy shit, dude. Do I still work with Fang? Do I have anything? No, I don't. Oh, I can try and find thing, though. Solheim, no, it's exactly... Do I have another one I can give? No, you're a keynode. Hang on, can I? No. What if I turn the other way? I've got to find the angle of the dangle, and I'm not finding it. There we go. Damn it, I don't have the right thing. But I do have another thing I can give to Fang. Thought I just got that one. Huh, alright. Where do I go? Other rotunda I haven't checked in a while. Or ever. I haven't even started on this one, dude. Please be worth something. Fuck yeah! That might be the best roll I've had all game. And there's a bar, there's a dock, and there's a knife. Why is there a knife? Ankita, stranded mercenary. Hello. Hey you wanna a chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied together hull plates. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Yo. You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into two bundles. What is it with this plate? She asks as she lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plate creaking, and looks up and down. Don't try anything, alright? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Wouldn't think of it. Good, she pauses. Look, I'm not usually... Let's just say my temper's been a bit short lately. Ankita hoists one bundle of... she's a stranded mercenary. One bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. You've got to earn the chit. Chit chat. Anyway, you struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ship's this way, and she sets off down the gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down the passage, pushing through a small crowd of Steve doors. I know what those are, sort of. I've heard it. I read it and looked it up. Why are you doing this to yourself? You mean why aren't I hiring those good folk? She nods back at the Steve doors. I've paid Havenage enough. They're currently rinsing me for a mooring I can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. Ambergris, is that your ship? You catch on fast, she gives you another of her looks. I think she's into me. I want her to lift me up. She rapidly turns into the corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on our last job and had some more up here for a spell, but since then it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core from our ship mind, so I know she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulder. Also, I do hope that me not having a job under Tragus anymore still means I can get cryo. I hope. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mind with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know, got a ship mind tucked away in that frame of yours? For a moment you aren't sure if she's serious. You know what, I'm working on it. If she's serious. Ankita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking over them process. This is me. She holds the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing a bottom lip. Look, you want help? Come see me. I need a hand putting amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. You'd be surprised. She passes the bundles of plates through the ambergris out of the lock and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. And Ankita throws you a couple of chits. Consider it a bonus for not trying to grift me. Absolutely. I'm not Finn McKenzie. Actually like the music I listen to. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. Alright, get out of here, she calls back, and the lock slams shut. You suddenly feel hornier. No, you don't. That's weird. Oh yeah, I've still got by the stabilizer as well. Grab components. Oh, who do I give that to? It wasn't Dragos, was it? If it was, I'm screwed. Hmm. Find the only thing I have, I might as well give it a shot. Please be kind, for the love of God. Ah, I'll take it. I do want to check these out as well. The Overlook Bar. I could buy rations. Tala keeps some expired Solheim rations behind the bar for those weary spaces who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. Get a drink. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along the greenway seems like a good test. And I become an Overlook regular. The Overlook isn't exactly a restaurant, being the only way you'll gain trust around here is with a stiff drink. I prefer my drinks liquidy. Is the point of a drink? Sealed dock. My chip, Jack. I need data. I have some! Hang on, how much do I have? I have 2 different kinds, but I think I need one of those for Fang. Unlock Magalock. That's fun to say. These old Magalocks look like they each need an encrypted key to open. Why the heavy security for a decaying dock? 2 Magalocks seal the entryway to this dock. It doesn't look like anyone has been inside for years. Alright, well, let's use one of these old thingies. Just need another one. Awesome sauce. And one last place to check out. If the game will be so kind.
Ugh.
This is probably going to be the most tedious part of the Let's Play. This shit. Could this be it? No. Alright. Oh, fuck, I'm dumb. I have a D-pad. D-pad is useful, apparently. Okay, rewire drones. Ankita has a couple of glitch repair drones in storage. If you can rewire them, they can repair the ambergris for you. Amber Hull repairs. Ankita needs all the help she can with the ambergris. Pockmarked with damage, the hull is a good place to start. I mean, that does increase the cycle. I just don't have any dice right now. Shipshape, the ambergris doesn't look good, but time and attention should see it return to a functional state. Granted, the ambergris is in a delicate condition. It would be all too easy to push it over into a cascading collapse. Just a little poke and it would fall. Oh, does that mean? Does that mean? Does that mean? It does! Low end gate, what the fuck are you about? 60 cryo. Okay, I'm not gonna use that. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Bet my money. The Free Spoke Terran Transit Hub. Enter the Spoke, a tangled network of service passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the Spoke as if alive. There are no maps here. Scale the Spoke. Blistered with precarious elevators and stairways, the Spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Spoke Climber. The Spoke is layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore is the only way to explore it is vertically. I swear, one day I'm going to learn English, and the world will not fear me. Alright. Block maintenance. Maintained by the residents, the ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Oh, that's what those are. Helping out is a good way to make friends. Play Tavla. The clack of filter caps can be heard in every concourse in Lowend, as residents play rotating rounds of this game for cryo. Oh. I could get money. I hope. Damn it, I should have saved it, because I want to see if I can complete Sabine's questline. No one knows you are here. No one knows you here, Lowender. You'll need to change that if you want access to the Lowend's residents and facilities. Well, there's nothing else to do. Gonna go to bed. I don't need to input that. Not yet, anyway. Oh, food's gonna be a major concern now as well. Okay. What to do? Huh. Oh, I can exchange things. Can I sell things? This is who I sell! Scrap 2. Awesome. Alright. How much do I get out of it? 12 cryo? You generous soul. Oh wait, I get the scrap from... Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, Oh, the Dragos thing. Bollocks. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so screwed in that regard, maybe. Do I have the right thing for you? I do! Which means I can probably just give this to Fang. No! Shit. This node is leaking corrupted contractor lists from... Hang on, did I get it then? I did! Okay, good. I was a bit confused about that one. Okay, well let's talk to Fang. Hopefully you can get me a job. D-pad, Jake. D-pad. As you enter the bay, as you enter the bay, again, commas for fuck's sake, Fang is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Fang's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on the metal casing. These sneaky shitheads. Who's sneaky? Sleeper, Fang smiling at pops from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I've been eager to see. Oh, that's slightly robophobic of you. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Pardon me. Fang is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Fang waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. Shitheads? Fang laughs. Maybe not all of them, but what kind of shitheads? Well, he works for Havenage, so Havenage? Not quite. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners, Solheim, but He leans past you and scrolls the list down. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Harden Hurst. I don't care where he is, he shouldn't be hard anywhere. Friend of yours? Ben gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Harden Hurst in Havenage. That's a lot of H's. He waits for a reaction. Are you sure? Well, that's where you might be able to help me. Feng leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Harden worked on this station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive, so SSEO. Fair enough. Sorry, SSOE. Feng raises his eyebrows at you. I don't know what the fuck that is. Why are you looking at me? Harden was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risks and kept the profit. Good old Harden shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back to Solheim. Yeah, so what? So what? He frowns. I grew up here, sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Can we say Solheim more? I don't think it's run its course yet. Feng's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. No, that one does make sense, yeah. And the work that paid for that existence? The bells of hard extraction out in the belt? Sorry, the cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot, at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing Harden once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. How? These guys, they were big time. There's a lot of money can get you if you're a company man. Feng relaxes a little. But how is Harden still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So we are going to go find out. Harden is now a big shot in the shipyard, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map with the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Harden had happened to float to the top. Like a shit. Like a snaky shit. Feng zooms in on the far yards. He grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. Thumb-sized nail drive, sure. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a Ripper worm. It sounds like a disease. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Harden Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky, Feng puts out on his shoulder, but you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. You want me to hook you up a VPN for free so you can look at porn? I mean, I could do that. Feng grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can... Hang on, I'm trying to work out the grammar on this one. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. I'm not putting my worm into any port without wrapping it up first. You never even need to get shipyards. I'm sorry. What do you say? You up for it? Well, what do I get out of this? Running out of corrupt snake not enough? Find the information and I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Frank scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Feng digging through the data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Harden. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems, looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you're intimately familiar with. You think of Harden, still alive. Still part of this place, and wonder if the past has ever truly passed. I need to get my hand on a fucking Havenish thing then. Do I have the thing? I do. Hell yeah. Give me the tar. Thank ya. Can I just give this right over to Fang? There's a locked action? What the hell? Can't do anything there. Is there anything I can do? Food. Can I get food? I can still get food. Awesome. Oh yeah, I should probably travel out. Yeah, I might do that next time. I might, like, explore more places in the next, session. Hang on, what do I need for, Dang, right, that's what I need. Back the shipyard. Alrighty. Okay. Hmm. Give it a shot. Bollocks. Give it another shot. Okay, I'll take it. So I just need to fill that one out then. Nothing else for me to do, is there? No, alright. Off to Betty, boys. It's a new dawn, it's a new cycle, it's a new thing. And I'm feeling more or less the same. I don't think, like, the quality of the dice matters. Like, I don't think the number matters, I think it's just, like, the color around them, right? So... Bollocks. That's bad. Why am I doing this one instead? Oh god. Okay. It's something. Food. Fuck, I need another cryptic key. How did I get the first one? I don't remember. Okay. Alright. A cheaper alternative. I'll take it.